Hello, hello. Welcome to Jam Happy Hour Wine Wednesday edition. Welcome, everybody. I am Sam, your host today. And today is not only Wine Wednesday, but it is National Cupcake Day and it's International Wear Your Pearls Day. I'm wearing my black pearl here. Shout out to Pirates of the Caribbean. Um, and not only this, I have even more amazing news. We have a very amazing artist joined by another amazing artist. We have a very strong duo today. We've got a Leo and we've got an Aries that are going to be joining me virtually today. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Satya and Jarrett, 2R's, 2T's. How we doing?
Hey.
Good. How are you?
Good. Where are you guys tuned in from?
We are in New Orleans.
New Orleans. Oh my goodness. Okay. And how's the weather over there?
It's honestly pretty gloomy.
Yeah.
It's pretty gloomy today. It's feeling very like winter. We're getting winter vibes.
Yes.
But it's kind of cozy. I like it.
How it is over here in Napa, way on the other side of the country. But that's why we do these jam happy hours, right? Like for everyone to, wherever they're at in the world, whatever the weather conditions, whatever the time zone, for everyone to kind of just kick back and forget about all the bullshit that might be going on wherever they're at, just for an hour, drink wine and listen to music. And thank you guys for providing that. So
yeah, thank you for having us. We love
you
wine.
got it.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever had any butter Chardonnay or any of the Jam Cellars wine products before?
Have we? I used to sell them a lot. I used to work in a grocery store, so I used to look at the bottles actually, and I was like, man, this wine looks so tasty, but I wasn't old enough to actually buy it. But now, finally, I am. So
Okay.
I haven't
Yes.
tried it yet. I'm
I haven't tried it
excited
either,
to.
but after this, we'll probably.
Yeah.
And now, Satya, you just turned 21 in July, right?
Yeah, I
So
did.
then, Jarrett, did you just turn 21 in, was it either March or April?
Yes, March.
March. Okay. Well, congratulations. Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's a long time coming, you know?
Right. I know. You're going to hear pretty much like, congratulations, happy birthday for the next like year, basically, because as long as you're like 21 on your ID, you're
Yeah.
going to hear
Right,
that
they're
from
like, you made
bouncers.
it, you
And
made it.
but you're like, yes, thank you. Look at my ID. Please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. And oh my God, my ID picture is so bad. My ID picture, they used my ID picture from like when I got my permit when I was like
Yeah,
14. So it's like, it's not like exciting to show people. I'm
I
like, please
know.
don't look at this. This is me when I'm like a baby.
I still
So,
have that same picture from like 10
okay.
years ago.
Oh my
So
God. Yeah, I need to
I get
like,
it.
I don't even know. I need to pretend like I lost my ID and get like a new picture or something.
You know, I think it's fun to embrace it, and you'll learn, like, I'm not that much older than you, but you'll learn it's like almost a compliment when people are like, I need to see your ID.
Right.
Yeah, you'll get
I'll
that.
start to feel flattered one.
All right, so the two of you, you're in New Orleans, so it's way past the 5 o'clock happy hour officially where you're at, which means I
Yes.
think we got to just get straight into the music. That's what New Orleans is all about, right?
Hell
Awesome.
yeah. Well, again, really, really happy to be here. The first song we're gonna do is a new song that I have not released yet, but it's called Every Time. And yeah, I'm not playing guitar on this one. I
No.
thought I was, but I'm not. Yeah. Can you hear
Well,
me
cheers.
okay? Also, everything good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You hit me up, I know what you're gonna say. The fucked parties, I feel the same way. There's nothing to say now. And even you, it comes at me in waves. As much as I'm trying to shut it down, can't lie to myself. And I hate you, the way you come back into my life. I've tried to keep can't get you off my mind. Oh, I cave every time. Yes, I cave every time. Every time, every time. Yes, I cave every time. I cave every time, every time.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank
We have got Satya and we have got Jarrett, 2 R's, 2 T's, everybody. Don't get it twisted. And they are performing for us today during today's Wine Wednesday edition of Jam Happy Hour. And I can't thank all of you who are tuned in enough for joining us because as we were both saying, Satya and myself, like where she's at and where Jarrett's at over in New Orleans and over here in Napa, it's been pretty gloomy the past few days. I know a lot's been going on in the Midwest, and it's been great to see the way that people can just come together and make things feel like they're not as insane as they are. I've seen a lot of great just encouragement and just communities coming together during all these tornadoes that have been happening in the Midwest, and just online force that people come together, and during something like this, during the Jam Happy Hour, people can collaborate like ourselves across the country and try and just provide that little bit of just escape, I guess, if you will. The past 2 years have been absolutely bonkers, and I think we all just need to take a step back and sometimes just allow for ourselves to just breathe in and breathe out, drink wine, listen to music, and just let it be, you know? Now, how has that been for the two of you as music creators throughout all the changes we've experienced in our lives the past 2 years? How has that kind of impacted you in whichever way?
Yeah, it has impacted me in so many ways. I can't really, there's not just one thing.
Yeah.
Over the last 2 years, I've definitely learned a lot just like about myself and about myself as a writer and a musician. And I think it showed me what actually is important to me and what matters. I feel like once like quarantine happened and everything, I really started honing in on just like writing more
Yeah.
and recording myself more because we couldn't actually have live shows. So in that way, I learned about myself, I think, on a more like intimate and deep level because I actually just had the space to really like look inward and write. But there's also a whole other aspect that people do this as a living.
Yeah.
Like the live show aspect, that is like people gig here for money and for yeah. So
Yes.
that definitely was like a really crazy shift, but it's also really beautiful to see people like you guys
Yeah.
doing live streaming stuff. Saw a lot of, there's been a lot of like, I think in New Orleans, like in the summer, there were a lot of like port shows and outdoor events and stuff, which I
Yeah.
really loved. I don't know. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of time spending away from other people, which, for musicians is kind of like the opposite of what all of us
yeah.
kind of trained to do, because music is a very social thing.
Yeah.
Like it's great that music can bring people together, especially, it's like you probably hear it all the time, but it's like music is kind of like a universal language.
Yeah.
Because, people, if you can't understand what they're saying, you can still appreciate and listen to the same music and, get the same emotions from it. But, as like an artist, or anybody who like works at doing something, it is good sometimes to spend some time just working on, your own thing and kind of figuring that out,
Yeah.
and it's definitely made coming back and starting to work more and play shows and stuff like that. It definitely has made it, you appreciate it a little more,
Yeah.
you spend time away from it.
And I know for like you, Satya, it was like kind of your whole EP that you put out, Flourish Against Fracture. It was something for you that you found yourself in a way navigating, all the different levels, all of the things that include and are included within the music industry, and specifically with Summertime. I thought it was really cool that you just went against the grain in terms of just really putting yourself out there with flaws and all, and really putting that out there for, I felt, for people who are listening who felt exactly the same, in whatever way that you did in that moment when you were writing that song, and wanting to, you know, show that, yes, I have flaws just like everybody else, but this is why you should love them. Despite this, this is why I'm here and I'm doing what I'm doing. And it struck a chord with me a lot how you based kind of that whole EP off of intuition, because that's something I'm big on as well.
Yeah.
Now, if you're okay to talk about it, like, how does intuition kind of play a role for you for music or just the creation?
Yeah. Also, thank you. But man, I feel, every time, like, when I write music, it's like straight out of my journal. Like, I'm really, really big on just like free writing. My notes app is crazy. Like, like I just keep journals around all the time, and it's definitely very, very therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
I feel like growing up, I sometimes like wasn't in an environment where I felt like I could fully express like my emotions at times, or just like, so I feel like writing and just like music became like really sacred to me. And definitely like, yeah, just music became like kind of like a safe space where I can just like really look inward and put everything that I feel,
Yeah.
I guess, outward.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like crazy because the more that I've just been like writing music, like I've really just been learning so much about myself, and just like trusting myself more, trusting my intuition more, all of that. So
Yes. Now, are you big into like birth chart stuff?
I am big on everything. I'm learning about zodiac stuff, so
Yes.
I can't tell you I know everything about astrology,
Oh yeah, me either.
but I am a Leo and I believe that. I am a Cancer moon, I believe that.
What's your rising though?
I'm a Scorpio rising.
Okay,
I
I
believe
knew
that.
it had to be somewhere in your chart. I
Oh
no,
my
because your rising sign is like your first impression almost.
god. Okay.
And I was picking up, I love Scorpios, and I was picking up the Scorpio vibes from you very
Oh my
quickly.
god. Well,
It's like your
thank you. Yeah, I
eyes.
don't know. Oh my, what is? I don't know.
I don't know how to describe it.
The eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
overall.
But
Well, we have each other's contact now, so I'll forward you all the stuff that I've looked into, because I kind of like delved way into it during
oh
quarantine
my god,
and
please,
everything.
please, we will be talking after this because
Yes.
yeah, I need to get into it.
Now, for everyone who's tuned in right now, wherever they're tuned in from, first and foremost, thank you. And secondly, we'd love to know where you're tuned in from. But Satya, now, when it comes to 2022, which sounds so futuristic, it's crazy. What do you have in mind? Do you have anything coming up that people should follow you on the gram for, more than they already should, obviously, but if they want to keep themselves updated in terms of what is yet to come, is there anything that they should keep a lookout for come the new year?
Yes, there is a lot to come. So like the last just this last year I've been just writing and like recording, and it has been a whole journey. And I'm finally getting over myself, and I'm going to be releasing a bunch of music in 2022.
Oh, that's so exciting.
So yeah, definitely Instagram is like where I'm most active, so there'll definitely be like updates on that. And then also like if you just follow me on like all music platforms too, you'll obviously see when I
Yes.
post my music. But yeah,
Love it.
Instagram the best way.
All right. Well, clearly, as we can see, Satya is a 10 out of 10. As are you, Jarrett. Don't worry. But speaking of 10, what do you say? Maybe we do another song?
Yeah, well, speaking of 10, this song is called 10.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers.
you're worth keeping. So then tell me why when I am speaking, you look at me that way. You say you adore me, well, baby, this shit gets hypnotizing, and I don't want to come clean, but I need you to love me. So why can't you see me? I'm falling again and again. Oh baby, you got me at 10, 10, 10. Baby, you got me at 10. Well, I kissed away my pride. Now I'm really looking you in your eyes. Now I'm looking you in your eyes. And you have kissed parts of my soul, and my only intention with you was to grow. So what you so against me for? Oh, you say you adore me, well, baby, this shit gets so hypnotizing, and I don't want to come clean, but I need you to love me. So why can't you see me? I'm falling again and again. Oh baby, you got me at 10, 10, 10. Baby, you got me at 10. You got me at 10.
I feel like I need one of those signs that say 10. 10, 10 out of 10. This is Satya, everybody. And we got Jarrett by your side, who is killing it on guitar. And that is 10. Tell me about 10, because I don't know a whole much about that track.
Well, I actually wrote this, I think, a month ago. So she's very new. And also, I'm like in the process right now of recording everything. So it's been interesting to like work on it production wise. And then also I've been performing it live and stuff. And they're definitely two different vibes. So it's cool. But yeah, I wrote it a month ago, and I was really frustrated when I wrote it. Yeah, it's basically about feeling very misunderstood and experiencing gaslighting. So that's what the song's about. But it also, again, I write about a lot of my emotions and how I feel. And I feel like even just like by writing that song or like channeling like my anger or my frustration in music has been really healing. But yeah, I was mad when I wrote it.
Yeah, I mean, and okay, so I know like an inspiration for you. Correct me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Is it guapole?
Yeah, guafale. Yeah.
Now your mom kind of brought you up with that music, and
Yeah.
I feel like guapole like her music is just so intrinsically diversified in terms of her upbringing. You know, she's what, Jewish German but South African upbringing, and
Yeah.
and I think her music, it's gorgeous. The music is gorgeous, and I can feel that sort of soulfulness shining through your music as
Thank
well.
you.
Was that one of like the first indicators for you that music was your passion, listening to Guapale, or like how did that all come to be?
It was definitely a part of it. Like my whole family, they're all artists, so they're just all very big on music. So I feel like there was just always something playing in the background in my house when I was growing up. Um, so yeah, Guapale was huge, Corinne Bailey Rae was huge, Lauryn Hill, Badu. So like I feel like that was just always like the background music. So I feel like as a kid I just like kind of absorbed that. But yeah, I think she was like one of the first inspirations for me. I think also when I was little, I like started singing in like choirs and like just I don't know, like even just like the elementary schools that I went to and stuff that we had like an all school sing or like it was just very artsy
Yeah.
and musical. So I feel like I was just surrounded by a lot, and I
Yes.
think just my environment really inspired me.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
I
she's an inspiration.
and okay, what about is it India Ari?
Yeah, India Arie. Yeah, she's
Okay.
also I think India Arie is like one of the top people for me.
Yes.
Top inspirations for me. Yeah.
And I know you have a cover for us later on today, and I'm very excited for it because I can only imagine you're gonna just freaking kill it. I'm I'm so stoked. Um,
Thank you.
but I do have a question for you and for Jarrett to individually answer before we get into. It's not like a crazy question or anything. Don't worry. But now, as a Leo and as an Aries, the two of you, you not even necessarily crave attention. It's just brought to you because you have those personalities that are just so like, just so charismatic and so infectious in a good way. I know that word is like weird nowadays, you know, infectious. But let's say you both individually you have a reality TV show and you have MTV, like the camera crew, it's following you around all day. It's so
Oh my God.
annoying, like day in, day out. But you have a reality show based on your life, and the series requires a theme song. So, how would you want to kind of capture the essence of your day to day life or like you as a person? And it can be one of your songs, it can be a made up song, it can be a nursery rhyme, I don't care. But like, what would you want in those first 30 seconds when there's like, you know, all the weird clips, like 1/2 second clips of things that are
Yeah,
happening throughout the season or the series? What would you want playing in the background?
that is the best question I've ever gotten, and I really want to like deeply think about that.
Perfect. So if you want, we can get into a song and you can
Okay.
just have it in the back of your mind.
Okay.
Because I'm not putting you on the spot, but I do want to
Okay.
know
Okay.
that from the
Yeah,
two of
give
you.
us a sec.
Yeah,
But
let's
I
do
got
another
you.
song.
Okay.
What do you
Um.
say?
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, cool. All right, everybody. So they are going to get into another jam for us during today's Jam Happy Hour. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you check out all things wine and jams, Satya jams, and Jam Sellers jams in terms of wine. All those links are going to be posted. And in the meantime, take it away, you guys.
What were you asking? Just turn it up a
Yeah,
little.
get your level.
Does that sound okay? Okay. Cool. I'll keep running. 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 I'll keep. Well, how about I will just be hollow. Should I push aside all my thoughts? I'll give you full room to grow. Well, darling, I'm afraid that I have bit my tongue before. But all that has left me with is unspoken valid words. So I'll keep running. I'll keep running. I'll keep running. I'll keep. Oh, I'll keep running. I'll keep running. I'll keep running.
Thank you. Thank you, Satya and Jarrett, everybody. Thank you for tuning in wherever you're tuned in from, whatever platform you're posted up on right now. Thank you so much. And that for today was our third song that we've heard, but it's also the third track from the EP that Miss Satya put out. I believe it was towards the beginning of last year, Flourish Against Fracture.
20.
What year is it? I don't know.
It might have. I know. I'm like, what day is that? 2 years ago?
Was it 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago.
2019.
And then
2019, I think. Yeah.
it was put out as a single originally, right? Hollow.
Hollow is on the EP. It's
Okay.
we are gonna do the two singles from the EP though. But yeah, Hollow was one of the first songs I actually wrote that was on the EP though.
Oh my gosh. And okay, so I was reading an interview that you had done, and you were talking about how Hollow, it has a really special place in your heart, and how it's one of like the songs that you could really envision having a music video. And now, what would that music video look like to you in the perfect world? If you could just, have all the funds or all the things to make it look exactly the way that you would want it to be portrayed.
That's also a good idea. You're reminding me I need to make a music video for that song. I think that somehow, even if I had all the funds for it and everything, that song is really, really intimate and like
Yeah.
So I'd want the visuals to match that. I think
Yes.
something that I guess like shows somebody's like rawness, because the song is basically about like me. Well, I was learning with myself. I was pushing too much of myself aside for somebody else and kind of belittling myself, dimming myself. Um, and so I think that maybe the visuals could be, yeah, I guess like showing that rawness of like full expression somehow.
Yeah.
Um, don't know exactly how that would look yet, but yeah.
Can I tell you like what I was envisioning?
Yeah, please, please, please.
Okay. So, have you ever been? I've actually never been in one of these little like mini capsule hotel rooms in an airport. But do you know what I'm talking about? It's like you pay for a room in an airport, but it's like more of like a capsule almost. I think it's more so a thing in like Japan and in like Asian airports, but it's you pay like whatever amount and it's so that you don't have to leave the airport to get a hotel room. It's almost like this capsule type thing, and not like a hostel, but you're kind of like suspended, and it's like super small, but it,
Yeah.
it reminds me of almost like a pill. What's it called, like the outside part of like a vitamin or a pill, but you're
Yeah.
inside it in just a little bed, and you only have space really for like yourself and then like I think your backpack, and you spend the night there. And so I was picturing someone like, at first it zoomed in to someone in that sort of a scenario,
Yeah.
and then it zooms out and it's like everyone else that's by themselves at an airport in that sort of hollow sort of thing.
Wow.
But
I would not have thought of that. That's really cool.
it's super random, but
No,
yeah.
it's like that's what I really love though, like about music is that it can bring out such different vivid
Yes.
imagery in different people. So that's really
Yes.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
So what is the first time both of you, for you to answer this real quick? Because I was thinking we could do the next like two songs since they're like the first couple off of the EP. We could do those back to back, but I
Yeah.
wanted to hear from you, like, what was the first moment, whether it was in childhood or, recently, where you kind of had an aha moment for yourself, for your musical journey that was like super important for you, whether it was like, working with other people or if you were sitting down writing lyrics out, like what was something that really just captured your soul and made you like stick to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like I've had like so many of those.
Yeah.
But I think like so I'm from Oakland, California, and I went to a high school called Oakland School for the Arts. Um, and that's where like I just feel like I learned everything. Um, yeah, that school just like taught me so much. So I think I can't pinpoint the exact time, but that school like really gave me the opportunity. We would always have gigs. You can be in different like I was in the vocal department, so I was like studying vocal
Yeah.
music. So I was in like a cappella groups and choirs. And through that, like we would get different gigs to sing backup for a bigger artist. We got to sing backup for like Coldplay or something. That I think was a huge moment where I was like,
Yes. The
this,
fact that you
yeah.
just went like
I
that.
was like, that
That
was a
means
crazy
yes.
moment. I actually forgot about that. But yeah, like I think that first, like all my teachers were so amazing and just taught me so much, and also just taught the kids honestly just how to be good
Yeah.
human beings and be have humility and like just be humble.
Yes.
Basically. But yeah, I think like once I started singing backup for bigger artists who were like already established and seeing what they were doing, that like really inspired me. And it also made me feel like that was like in reach and I was like capable of doing that.
Right.
So yeah, I think in high
And
school.
for you, like in New Orleans now, because I know for those of us in the Bay Area, like I'm over here in Napa, and I know something that is almost taken for granted a lot of the times. When I moved away from Napa for a while, I realized like the hiking and just like the vantage points and just the escapability almost through nature was so unique.
Yeah.
Are you able to do that through the place you're at now, or is it just different? Or
It is just different. I agree with you though. That was like, I didn't realize how much I took like nature and just like the Bay Area, just like also all the different kinds. You could drive one way and have like the redwoods, and you could drive another way and
yeah.
be at the beach, and you could go to the mountains. Like it's crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
once I came here, it also like New Orleans is so gorgeous in its own way.
Yeah.
So like I definitely need nature at times, and there's also like really beautiful parks. Like we have Audubon Park, City Park.
Yes.
Um,
It's just different.
so yeah, it really just is different. But every time I go home, it just like I really build like a deeper appreciation
Yes.
of like how did I just grow up around all this?
Well, you'll have to shoot me some texts about like places to go when I go to New Orleans finally, probably in a few years, but been wanting to go so bad. I need some intel.
Yeah. Hit me up.
And Jarrett, all right,
Yeah.
spotlight's on you.
Awesome.
All right,
Yeah.
Aries,
Well,
I know you've been waiting.
so yeah, I mean, I think like a moment. I mean, honestly, yeah, there's like totally like a lot of moments. I mean, I would have to say it'd be like a combination of different ones. Like
Hmm.
partially it's like like listening to music and like really listening to like like all of the instruments and like how they work together. Like I don't know if y'all ever been like in a group project with somebody and like they're very selfish and they kind of want to do everything just thinking of themselves, and music is really like the opposite way of that. Like you're always like serving not only like the people like you're playing for but also just the music as a whole. So like understanding how that works. A big part of that is like, first time you go and see like a band play and it's like really loud. It's like a really big sound system and you're hearing everything, like the impact of how everything works together.
Yeah,
That was a really big thing, but also just understanding like actually how music works is a really good
yeah.
thing to do. Like I could totally bore you with some theory talk, and I will, but just for a second.
You're
So
not boring anybody.
No.
pretty much like
Everybody is.
basically, every song is in a key, right?
Hmm.
And every key, comes off of a scale, and each one of those scale degrees has a chord that goes with it. There's only seven, so you just learn them, and then, once you understand that, like, I'll like when I listen to music, I'll pick it out by ear, like try to hear the chords, and then play it, and then and be able to figure it out in my head, so that you could go down and sit down and instantly play that. Like I
Yeah.
play in a church every Sunday, and we don't do rehearsals, so I just pull up, and you get good really quickly at figuring out the chord progression. But once you do that, it's kind of like it's an eye opener, because it's like you see how it's like a lot of songs they're a lot simpler. So
Yeah,
those two things I think were really good for me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I got into astrology at the beginning of quarantine, I was like, I'm either going to learn ukulele or I'm going to teach myself astrology. And I went with astrology, and I still want to learn ukulele. And I was actually trying just like some really, really simple stuff on the guitar the other day. And my fingers hurt so bad. And I was like, how do you like get your hand to, just do all these motions the way that they do them? Like, and it seems so effortless. And then someone's also singing sometimes while they're doing that. Like, it's just it's such a thing that people don't even realize until they try it out for themselves, and they're like, oh shit, that's some tough stuff to learn. So
Right.
props to you guys. Before we get into the next couple songs, I have a question for you, and it's not going to be much of an answer that you'll have to give, but what did the guitar say to the ukulele?
What did the guitar say?
What did it say?
What did it say?
Uke, I am your father. Thank you.
It's a good one. I like that.
Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous.
So when you guys get your wine, eventually you got to take a sip. For each
Oh my
joke,
goodness.
you have to take
Yeah.
a sip. And I'll make sure to do one more before the show's over. But
Oh, please.
in the meantime, thank you again for being here. And I'm excited to hear some more stuff, especially these next two. If you're down to do them just back to back,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's the way they go in the The EP?
It's not on?
Not known yet.
Cool.
You weren't playing guitar on it? Huh?
No.
No, okay.
All right.
want me
Well,
to-
cheers.
Actually,
Thank
yes.
you so much, Satya and Jarrett. Everybody, make sure you check out the links we're posting for all things Satya's music and check out all the stuff when it comes to Jam Cellars wines. Cheers.
Pick me up at 12:15. With your grace, that's what I've always loved about you. And I was never one for being timely. But that works, 'cause neither were you. You say, where did you run off to? And what was it that you were trying to find? Well, I know that you were broken. But are you ready now to be mine? And you say you don't know what you've been doing. But I'm just fine with not knowing. So tell me if I'm wasting your time. And if not, tell me you just want to be mine. Brew some coffee and babe, I'll brew my tea. And pick me up slowly, piece by piece. 'Cause I'll reassemble you, you reassemble me. 'Cause I know you've been waiting patiently. You said, where did you run off to? Why did you run? And what was it that you were trying to find? Well, I know that you've been broken. But are you ready now to be mine? And you say you don't know what you've been doing. But I just fine with not knowing, knowing. So tell me if I'm wasting your time. And if not, tell me you just want to be mine. I'm going into my boat.
Yep.
This next song is called My Boat. Well, I was so lost and I was so betrayed. I'll gather up my broken pride, gather up my pieces. I will take this time to get away. And like the seasons, I know we change. So baby, it's my time, and baby, we expired. I will pack my things and be on my way. But oh, I don't like this hurt anymore. No, no. And and I don't know where we're floating. So give me back my boat, 'cause I'm afraid it won't fit the two of us. Well, limb by limb, tear my being apart. I went on for months, believing this pain was my fault. Well, you sunk your claws so deep, I swear I almost went numb. So baby, it's your time. It's more than just goodbye. I'm so tired of feeling tangled up. So no, I don't like your hurt anymore. No, no. And no. And I don't know where we're floating. So give me back my boat, 'cause I'm afraid it won't fit the two of us. Baby,
Thank you. Ah, such a beautiful voice. I cannot. It's like you are your own version of Mariah Carey. You should make your own Christmas album, and
Thank you.
it would be in every Macy's everywhere.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Okay, so for those of you that are tuned in right now, thank you so much for joining us for today's Wine Wednesday Jam Happy Hour featuring Satya and featuring Jarrett. Jarrett, everybody. Not Jared with a D, not one R, two T's, two R's. Satya, Satya, everybody. And we've been linking where to find all things Satya and her music over the course of today's show, but make sure, I think we're going to post it again right now. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, there we go.
Cool.
And well, we just heard those two back to back are the first two off of your EP, Flourish Against Fracture, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. There's
Okay. And now, did you know where boats and ships they go when they're sick, Satya?
Where do they go when they're sick?
They've got to go to the boat dock.
The boat dock.
Now, why is it that the Norwegian people, they tend to put these like big ass barcodes on the side of their battleships?
Why? Why? Why do they put barcodes on their battleships?
Yeah.
Tell
Why
me
do you
why.
think? Well, the reason they do this is to Scandinavian.
Ah,
That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
you got the jokes today. You got the jokes
It's a
today.
close second to the ukulele one, I think.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, the
Oh man. Okay, so I know we're running out of time here, and I definitely want to hear this last song, this cover that you've got for us. And without further ado, before actually, I just remembered you guys have to answer the question.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was thinking. So you asked what the soundtrack is to if we had
Just
like
the
a
theme
reality
song.
show. The theme song.
Yeah, like the intro song.
It would be very funky, you know.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Very,
Yes.
yeah, very funky, you know, like.
No,
I don't know what it is.
no.
Yeah, like I don't know, like.
Can you give us a
funky
sample?
Yes.
Yes.
You know, it's like I'm getting ready for the day.
Perfect.
Walking down the street, yeah.
It's putting your foundation on.
Yeah.
Love
Getting
it.
nervous, yeah.
All
What's
right,
yours?
Jarrett, let's
I'll
hear the
probably
sample.
go with, so it could either be one of each, one of either ones. Because I mean, honestly, a TV show about me, it'd be awesome. First of all, it'd be really great, especially just
I
following me
knew he
around,
was gonna say that.
do all the things that
Day in the
I
life
do.
of Jarrett.
But it
Of
would
the
probably
Aries.
be actually, well, I'll say them all real quickly. So it could either be like, because I mean, all I do all day is like play music. So it would be cool if it was just like whatever I ended up playing with other people in there. That could be the song.
Okay.
Or it'd probably be like some D'Angelo.
Yes.
Something D'Angelo for sure.
Give us like your own sample of what you would want it to be. Because you did it for her. You got to do it for yourself. Right, Aries? You can do it.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. How am I gonna say it and I can't? It's kind of it's
What?
escaping
You've been
me.
saying the whole time? Now you don't know? Are you from SoCal?
No, I'm from. Where do you think I'm from?
I don't know. It's either like SoCal or Hawaii. I don't know.
SoCal. Oh, interesting. The second
'Cause you
person
keep
has
saying-
told me that they think I'm a native.
I?
Yeah, I've gotten that before. I'm from Baton Rouge boy.
You have a
Yeah,
very
boy.
Southern
Okay.
California vibe to you with your, the way you say, a lot and the way you say it. And I love it.
Yeah.
You know.
You do kind of talk like you're from.
Really
SoCal.
interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know that many California.
But that's why I was like, now
Yeah.
you're saying, I don't know. but you've been saying,
I don't know.
the whole time. You know.
Yeah.
Let's hear the sample. You can do
I don't
it.
know.
Oh, the symbol. Kind of something like that.
That was beautiful.
Woo! You just blew my mind like out of proportions, like by a landslide, dude.
Yeah, D'Angelo. Do you know about D'Angelo? Yeah, is that a yes?
Oh, I was winking and pointing at her.
The
'cause
landslide thing. But do you know about D'Angelo?
I'm gonna have to really get into it now.
Man.
I'll send you some.
Yes, please.
I got
But speaking of landslide,
Yes. Yes.
now what do you say we hit it with this last song, this cover song? What do you say, Satya, Jarrett?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. Cheers, you guys.
Be closer. I took my love, I took it down. I climbed a mountain, I got turned around, and I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill until the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? And can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life, 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 life? I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. Over time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Da, 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 da. I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. Oh, but time makes you bolder, and even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I took it down. I climbed a mountain, I got turned around. And if you see my reflection in a snow-covered hill, may that landslide bring you down. Oh, if you see me, may the landslide bring you down. I took my love, I took it down. I climbed a mountain, I got turned around.
Woo! Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Thank you.
I've never heard a better cover in my whole life. That literally brought tears to my eye.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh. The two of you, like Jarrett, you on guitar, you are amazing and you complement this beautiful structure that is Satya's voice and everything about her just so well. So I knew today was going to go super well. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Truly, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheers, you guys.
This is my fake one. Cheers.
Yes.
I expect quite a few sips from the two of you once you get the wine based
We
off the jokes.
got you. We got you.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who's watching. Happy holidays. Hope you're getting your Christmas shopping done. I know I have not finished doing mine. So yeah, it's okay. Just don't lie about it. I think no one's really gotten it done. I'm kind of concerned when people already have everything wrapped and like have a tree and I'm like,
Have a treat.
oh man. But again, thank you. Thank you so much. Satya, everybody. Check her out and see you hopefully maybe in person. I know like
Yeah.
you're based out of Oakland, so
Next time I'm in Oakland or in Napa,
yes.
I will
Please
reach out
come
to you.
our way. Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much and thank you everyone. Cheers.